All right, everybody, this is PWZ Podcast. This is Rick Del Santo joining me as always. Showtime, Marcel, Williams. How's it going, my man?
It's going, man. Life is going. We got a lot to talk about. A little, news here and there, bullet points here and there, but I'm just glad to be here, talk about wrestling, and enjoy our time with these people that continue to listen and watch us, the PWZ fans.
I'm extremely happy. What's been going on? We're late again, so maybe this is just becoming the regular day because knowing its schedules be like, nah, I'm too tired, So we put it off 2 days, and it just always ends up being this way. So, what's been going on this past week with you?
Nothing, man. Just work, and just spending time with kids and all this other stuff, and continue to train, get some gym time in. But besides that, just enjoying life, dude. Just watch wrestling when I can. The Raws, the SmackDowns, the Rampage, and Dynamite. That's to me wrestling all week. It's a good thing.
I realize there's hundreds of hours worth of wrestling now.
Every day.
There's wrestling is on every day. I don't think that there's been this much wrestling on since the 1980s, to be honest with you. When I was a kid, there was a lot of wrestling on. And then in the 90s, it was pretty much just WCW and WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it. And, it just, even though at one time they had something like 20 hours between the two of them. But
yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't nearly as much as there was in the 1980s with all the territories everywhere. And if you were lucky, you got, up here, we kind of got a lot. We were kind of a little bit spoiled outside. We did get some things outside of WCW and WWF, including AWA World Class and other such things. Kind of going on a tirade or like rant, getting off show topic. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. So
I mean, listen, all topics is on this show is welcome, but you're right. The 80s was booming. I know it was just Saturdays and Mondays for me. And now it's just like, and then it was Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Saturday and Sunday. And now it's just every day. And it's continuous work for all the podcasters and all the news people that continue to report professional wrestling.
It gives us a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm kind of excited about that. I love professional wrestling, but even at times I have to say, hey, no, I can't watch, or hey, I can't take this anymore for the day or 2 days. It's not that I get sick of it. It's just that, man, I haven't sat down and watched a movie, or hey, I got to concentrate on work, or hey, let me just sit down on the couch with my wife, or hey, let me have a beer or go out to dinner, whatever. You know what I mean? But there's so much, and Christ, now that Ring of Honor just aired their final episode, I know that's like another hour that's opened up, I guess, in my life. And they held their final show. We talked about that last week. So yeah, man, there's just a lot going on in professional wrestling. It's kind of a great time to be a fan, and I love it.
Yes, it is.
Not to mention all the local indies as well. Sorry to cut you off again.
No, you good. No, you got all the content possible. You got the indies.
Yep.
You got national TV stuff. It's just all over the place, and it's you watch anywhere.
Yeah.
Social media, streaming, anywhere.
I mean, thank God for the Fight app. I can't tell you how many shows on there that are just. That's a great app that opens itself up to exposure or exposing fans to more, and good for them.
Absolutely.
They brought MLW on there. I think NWA on there. I watch that every week, and there's tons more items on there.
Yeah, absolutely. What we got today, Rick?
Well, of course, we were supposed to talk about AEW Dynamite a couple days ago, December 15th edition. Of course, tonight or tomorrow night, whichever, when, according to our schedule.
Yeah.
Last week's edition was, I think, phenomenal. Of course, they always hype up certain matches, and they go on first. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it gets me fully invested in the show. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The last time that happened was Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega, with which they went to a half-hour draw, which was possibly, I have to say, it was probably one of the best matches of the year, to be honest. Like that
Yes.
was, and closely following this match right here, Bryan Danielson and Adam Page. I mean, they went to 1 hour time limit draw, and it was, I mean, I could not believe that they went to a full hour, to be honest with you. Hangman Page's first title defense since winning the belt, by the way, and went to a full 1 hour time limit draw with one of the greatest wrestlers in the world today.
Nah, absolutely. It was. I expected it to be an hour, but obviously we knew what it was when they started off with Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson a few months ago. This match was great. I mean, it took us back to Battle of the Belts with Barry Windham versus Ric Flair for the NWA Championship.
Yep.
So I mean, it was a real retrospective. I mean, we had other hours matches. We had Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle Iron Man match, but those are Iron Man matches. We had a straightforward match for an hour straight. There was a few hiccups with a few people with the commercial breaks, but what do you expect? It's an hour match on free television.
Right.
They couldn't say commercial free because that automatically will tell you that this was going to be an hour match.
That's true too. The one thing I said, before we went on here talking about it, is like I didn't necessarily agree with the amount of the commercial breaks, because the one thing is that commercials take away from the energy of the match. If I don't know if you feel that way, but then they go to the picture-in-picture, and that just doesn't do it for me. I can't necessarily, I end up getting a little distracted by the commercial rather than paying attention to the match. So nothing ever drastic happens through the commercials anyways. It's just a way to keep you sitting on your ass in the seat so that the advertisers know that you didn't click off that channel. I have to say it was a great freaking match. I couldn't believe it. Hangman got busted open, but it seemed to get cleared up pretty quickly too. So it wasn't like a bloodbath or anything like that.
Yeah. So once they cleaned it up, I mean, you automatically knew they wasn't going to stop the match by blood loss. I mean, if that would have happened, we would have had a new champion anyway. But like I said, I was very invested, like the half an hour showcase that we had a few months ago, but I was real invested. It never got bored, and it was a real good show from top to bottom.
What's next for Adam Page?
I think we up for another rematch. You know what I'm saying? Another rematch, and this time Adam Page will get his due. He should get his due. He just got the championship. So
weren't they teasing a no time limit after that? Is that correct?
They didn't tease it yet, but they know it's automatically a rematch. It's automatically a rematch. So it should be a no time limit if you go in there. But if it is gonna be a no time limit, they won't be going an hour. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. It's
gonna go like 45 minutes or whatever, and then if that really. But that's how wrestling is in general. The WWE did it, NWA did it. I don't remember that many hour matches in WWE growing up, really. You mentioned the Kurt and Brock match. I remember that airing on SmackDown. What else? I saw it was Shawn Michaels and the other guy, Bret Hart. For WrestleMania, that actually went over an hour because they went the entire hour with nobody being pinned, so they went into overtime. If you remember that.
That was on like pay-per-view, but like national TV, where it's like
national TV. Yeah,
like there's like you even had Chris Benoit versus Triple H for an hour on Raw.
Correct.
Time. Yep. So it's very rare. It's very rare, especially around this time now, because the generation these days are really fast and they want things to be done right away. And for this match to be an hour and be entertaining to this generation says that the formula is still there for hour matches, time limit matches.
Do you think that WWE can pull something off like that? Do you think the WWE audience could sit there and tolerate something like that?
I mean, they do. I mean, we had a sample of that with Seth Rollins a few years ago with the Gauntlet match. He wrestled for like an hour. I mean, it was different competitors he was wrestling in the Gauntlet. He was wrestling John Cena. I think it was like Finn Balor and all them. It was like an hour Gauntlet with him in it for actually an hour. So it's doable. If you make it entertaining enough, people can enjoy an hour match or a half an hour match.
Well, I guess that answers my question. I didn't think that there. No, I mean, this is like sometimes I don't think WWE fans can really sit there and watch that and get invested in an hour. But it has happened. But I mean, I'm talking like the modern generation. So
that's the closest I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's probably because I don't remember the last time outside of the matches that I mentioned, really. So, I mean, I'd love to see something like that because they seem to build shorter segments, shorter matches, etc. during the time, like nowadays. Outside of that, there was. Let's see here. I know I'm going through my notes here. Sorry, it's gonna. Let's see. Matt Sydal and Wardlow. Wardlow killed him.
Yeah, he murdered him. It was a good placement for that match after a performance that we've seen. So I mean, they did that last time. They had the CM Punk promo after the Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson one. So
I don't really know what's up with Matt Sydal. I mean, in AEW, he's a really good competitor. It's just, has he passed?
He's a good hand. Here?
Yeah, he's a good hand. Yeah, I guess that's
where you gotta put it. Yeah, everybody, listen. You gotta understand. In the wrestling business, everybody is a good hand, or there's something for somebody to do. And Matt Sydal is a good hand, and he's in a position that he needs to be. He could be not signed, so he just better be glad that he's not signed. So, I mean, that's the position that he's in. That's the position that he was in WWE, and that's the way they see him.
Yep. On top of that, Hikaru Shida, and again, beat the woman of 1,000 holds, Serena Deeb. These guys have put on a great series, I think.
Yes, they have.
They've wrestled each other, 3 or 4 times now in the last year, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and every match has been a banger. Yeah. I didn't realize that Serena Deeb was such like a technical wrestler. To be honest with you,
I just figured this out.
Yeah, until I mean, obviously, I'm familiar with her work in the NWA. I know she spent some time in WWE, but I think that it was a period that I wasn't necessarily watching wrestling as a whole. She
wasn't wrestling then either, though.
No.
Nah, she wasn't wrestling then. She was just a valet for the CM Punk group at the time.
That's Straight Edge Society, right?
It is Society. Yeah. That's why you're my partner.
Yeah, I do remember them actually now. So I was kind of like maybe watching a little bit. I think that's like when my stepson was watching, so I wasn't necessarily watching like a ton. But yeah, I don't know how many times these two can wrestle, but I think that every time I watch them wrestle, I'm gonna enjoy it. To be honest with you, and obviously Serena Deeb, former NWA Women's World Champion as well. So she did. She did some good stuff over there as well. Not that she was in there a whole long time, like a lot of time.
Can I talk about how Serena Deeb is like ultra shredded?
Dude, she's insane looking.
She looks great.
Yeah. Dude, she's freaking like, I didn't realize that either until just recently how like built she is. Speaking
of shredded, there's another woman that's shredded that a lot of people don't know about. There's only a few that know about. Gino Caruso. Remember that? Remember her?
No.
She was the broadcaster for WWE.
I don't remember that at all.
All right, Google her name. She just recently went to. I think she went to ESPN recently. But she used to do the kickoffs and interview the stars in the back.
Charlie Caruso.
I'm sorry.
Gino Caruso's the ECPW owner.
Yes, you're right. He must be talking about me. You're right. But Charlie Caruso, she shredded.
Oh,
She
I
shredded
remember
too.
her. Now that I'm looking, yep, I remember her definitely. Okay, I remember when she was in WWE. She's a pretty lady. Damn.
Yeah,
Um,
you'll get in trouble.
they went upstairs. They're all right. Tony Schiavone was backstage with the Varsity Blondes, asking how Julia Hart was doing after the attack from Malachi Black. Griff Garrison said, Julia Hart isn't here this week. Next week, Malachi, I'm going to break your jaw. Oh. So, oops, let me adjust that. So, yeah, what do you think about these Varsity Blondes?
I see there's future. I see there's future in them.
Yep.
Right now they just like Matt Sydal. They got a certain placement on the card that they're good hands for, and Malachi Black is just gonna destroy them. I hate to say it.
Griff Garrison, I follow a little bit of you wrestle for Anarchy Wrestling out of Georgia, so I'm a little bit familiar with his work prior to AEW. Brian Pillman, obviously, his time in MLW with was it Harry Hart or Harry Smith Hart?
We messing up names tonight.
I know, man, and I'm not even drinking tonight.
Yeah, me neither.
So I thought about it. Maybe if I did, maybe I'd get them right tonight.
Maybe we get them all right. Yeah, memories start popping up.
What was the other guy that was in that version of the Hart Foundation? I'm trying to remember.
It was Harry Smith Jr., Teddy Hart.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes. All right. There we go. See, we're on track again. Maybe
we made it.
Know. Yeah. This is what happens when you work so much and you're tired. For the both of us,
Here
you know.
Go.
And Christmas is coming, so you know we're doing something.
It's been a long season.
Oh,
it's been a long year. Long 2 years.
And next year for the PWZ is going to be a kick-ass year. I'm telling you right now, because there's a lot starting, and it's going to be starting right up in January. I got a new show coming that I made the announcement via social media. I don't know how many people follow us on social media that listen to this, but I'm going to be talking about it in a little while. So
absolutely,
I got another new show coming. So on top of that, what's it? The Diamond Ring final. Sorry, reading that is reading my own notes. It's hard sometimes to keep up. You know, it's like a stutter kind of. So the Diamond Ring. It's like a tongue twister. There we go. MJF and Dante Martin. What do you think of this one here?
This match was good. MJF continues to show that he's the future of AEW, and he has the talent in the ring. With an addition of him being a great mouthpiece in general, but like he shows it, continue to show talent. Now Dante is real good. Great future for him. He's one of the. We talk about the pillars of AEW. You might as well just add him in there too, because he's real good.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. He's going to be, he's one of the future of professional wrestling in AEW. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. I think the kid, it took me a little while to get used to the kid because he doesn't necessarily have that look. You know what I mean? He just changed the look up a little bit, but he's got the work. You know what I mean? He could work, and so if he's got to change up his appearance somehow, and he's got to stop with that eyebrow thing, like the shrugging the eyebrow thing, because it looks like he's sad and confused all the time. So
it does.
It does. So it looks like he got yelled at by his mother, like constantly on his face. So
I never noticed that, but you know what? Now when I see him now as a rap, I'm like, I'm thinking about you, Rick. That's funny.
So I'm saying it's just he's gotta. If he changes up stuff and maybe some new gear, I don't know.
He had on new gear last Wednesday. I give him some slack. Yeah, he did. I give him some slack. He's still got a tag team partner on the sideline, so I don't know what he's gonna do about that. He's real good, so I'm just wondering. Hopefully, it won't be that Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty treatment.
And I lost my place in my notes. Damn it. Let's see. Of course, because I closed out of it. And I think that was it, really, right? That
Yeah, that
was
was it.
the
That was the
that
whole
was it.
show. I know the setup for tonight, since it's gonna air. Tonight is gonna be CM Punk and Sting teaming up with Darby Allin for the first time against FTR and MJF.
That's probably going to be. I mean, if they actually allow it to happen without any kind of non-finish or anything, that could be a good match.
Yeah, and it's first time in 27 years Sting returning to the Greensboro Coliseum, the same place that Ric Flair made him at Clash of the Champions.
Clash of Champions 1, yes, where they went to a 45-minute draw. Man, that's a show that we should go back and do a retro of. Because because that's my favorite era of professional wrestling. 1987 to 1989. There were some good years there, and there's a lot of good stuff in those 2 years. So.
I love NWA at that time, man. The green apron with the blue NWA logo.
That 80s logo, man. That 80s logo, a lot of people forget about because, once it hit, like the NWA separated from WCW, a lot of the smaller NWA groups, some of them use that 80s logo, that, the green apron logo, but they altered the colors. A lot of people went back to using the traditional logo that we see today on Power and stuff. So,
yes, they did.
But I think that logo is one of the most underrated wrestling logos of all time. It's awesome.
It is.
So, yeah, I want to get that on a shirt. I gotta find it on a shirt. So,
get a green shirt with the blue logo.
I know someone that's got a green shirt with the blue. I'm just like, I gotta find out where they got it from.
Listen, I know my history. We know our history here. There we go.
I mean, considering I'm just a fucking nerd that watches wrestling probably, 18 out of the 24 hours a day.
Absolutely. Listen, we want to talk about commercials for a match. They had commercials in Sting versus Flair, 45 minutes.
Yes. I mean, look at the lineup at that time period. At that time period, it was also Jim Crockett Promotions absorbed Bill Watts UWF. So Sting came over from UWF. So they also it was kind of like when WWE purchased WCW. All the talent was coming to the shows, and they were doing these sort of super shows. You had guys like Dr. Death, Steve Williams coming over. The Freebirds were coming over, who had not been there yet. Terry Taylor coming over.
Larry
Zbyszko had come from the AWA.
Eddie Gilbert.
Yep, Eddie Gilbert. And that's another guy who's like completely underrated, and it seems like a lot of people have forgotten about Eddie Gilbert. And that guy had such a great mind. I mean, that guy, whenever a promotion needed somebody as like a booker, he'd book the GWF. He left the NWA because they felt that he wasn't, they weren't booking him properly, So that guy could have started a promotion had he not passed away and been very successful, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's too bad.
How did he pass away? I forgot. How did he pass away?
Well, I guess he was in Puerto Rico wrestling, from what I remember. Now, this, it's been a number of years since I've
it's been a year.
And I remember when I read about it. I think I read about it in the Observer back in the day. But I think he was taking some sort of painkillers that were only legal, like in Puerto Rico, if I remember correctly. So, and I think they were a little bit stronger, or than what they were used to. So, ultimately, I think it came out as a drug overdose, but.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be prescription painkillers that were legal elsewhere, so they were like different than what we get here in the United States. But
I remember as a kid, it was like a real big deal that he passed away. It was real, it was crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up now while we're chatting here. We got time. We got plenty of time.
We got enough time.
All right, Eddie Gilbert. I'm going to try to find his death rate. Obviously, it's Wikipedia, so God knows how much is going to be true. But
like they was there.
Yeah, whoever wrote it. He also spent time in WWE when he was young too. So that's the.
See, that what I don't know about. I never knew that.
Yep. Okay. February 18th, 1995. He died of a heart attack in his apartment in, I don't know how to say, El Verde, Puerto Rico. Ken Wayne and Jason the Terrible Found him in his apartment. He said, I guess his father said that there was injuries to Eddie's chest and heart muscle had occurred in a serious car crash in '83, and his use of painkillers since the accident basically had given him a heart condition. So I had, read like a slightly different story back, but this was back in 1995. God knows what the hell was actually true,
Exactly.
So, you always read different stories here and there.
Hey, listen, if he didn't die of a drug overdose, we go apologize for that one. He probably had a heart issue. So we don't want no heat here, people.
No heat. I'm just going by what I read. Sorry, folks. So yeah, what's going on outside of I have not kept up on the NXT, but I heard AJ Styles is over there tonight.
Yeah, he was over here. I don't know what he did, and I came in kind of late, and tail end, but I gotta check it out soon, and then I'll let everybody know what's going on with AJ Styles. I know Matt Riddle made an appearance with the MSK last week, so they starting to use the main roster to pop on in to, I guess, boost some ratings. I guess
they tried that once before, and it didn't seem to work with the good NXT.
Nah, it didn't. And I guess they think it's gonna boost a little bit, not more than expect, but probably give him a little tag in.
So tomorrow night they're gonna on AEW. They're gonna be covering more of the Owen Hart tribute tournament, are they not? Is that when's it actually starting?
It's supposed to start real soon. I know the finals supposed to take place at Double or Nothing in May. It's supposed to be a men's tournament and a women's tournament, which is a very big deal.
It's a little odd in a way. Not saying odd in a bad way, but it's good. I'm looking forward to that. A lot of people, I try to ignore trolls on this program, but I was reading, there were some people that were quite upset with the fact that AEW was doing something related to Owen because he was not a WWE wrestler and all this other stuff. And they used some weird picture of him, but obviously a lot of the people didn't get to see him in Japan and the gear that was used for the picture. And I don't think they got that. It's just, his wife does not want anything to do with WWE. And, she obviously signed that off to AEW for a reason. What are you laughing at?
Are you ready for my rant?
I'm ready for your rant.
Get ready.
I saw something brewing there.
Rick have his rant. Now I'm going to have my legit rant. All right. So, I'm going to talk to these trolls here, okay? I'm happy that Owen Hart having a tribute for these tournaments.
Absolutely.
It's a tribute that's been a long time coming. The guy passed away untimely when he wasn't supposed to. Now, on the flip side, everybody want to get mad about WWE not being involved and all sorts of stuff. Listen, he passed away under WWE's watch. It was an accident. We get it. There's certain things that could have been prevented for it not to happen. It didn't. On top of that, settlement was done. Then on top of that, WWE tried to countersue the wife of a person that they ended up passing away under their watch.
Ultimately,
so
they're the ones that died. They died because of him. Ultimately, I mean, he died because of them. Ultimately, excuse me.
Exactly. So you countersue the widow, and you're telling me, and I'm just going to ask all the trolls out there who the people that disagree with. You telling me any person that you had pass away or die, you get a settlement. Obviously, we all get mad if something happened to our significant other under somebody's watch. We get that. If a settlement happens, but you get countersued by that other person just so they could get their money back, is crazy. So I agree with everything that Martha Hart is doing. I mean, I appreciate she's a strong woman by doing a foundation and continuing the legacy of her husband, and even participating in other Hall of Fames except for WWE Hall of Fames. Mm-hmm. So I respect her decision. I love her decision, and I'm glad AEW took the opportunity to honor a guy that should be honored all years ago. I ain't gonna say months ago. Years ago, he should be honored, but we didn't see it. but he was honored. But now we go see it on national TV. The Owen Hart called the Owen, 2 tournaments of different genders, and I respect it. There go my rant.
I'm looking forward to it, and I want to see who's taking part in it. I understand that there's probably going to be wrestlers outside of AEW joining in from New Japan and other such groups. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be something very special, and I think that AEW will be put something together pretty good. And then is Brett going to have a part in it at all? Do you think?
I mean, I would hope so. I know the Widow and Bret Hart have been going through some heated things over the years. I mean, I'm not there. I just read documentaries and read books, so that's the reason why I know. But I just hope for this occasion, both of them come together, all of the family just come together and celebrate a guy that was great to the business and was a great person behind the scenes to a lot of people.
And yeah, man, that's I agree. I couldn't agree more. Really, I do.
Yeah.
So what else you got? You want anything else you want to bring up? I'm gonna have to go back and edit this part out. Me asking you what you want to talk about. I saw that.
It's okay. Listen, we've been busy, so we go with the bullet point news.
I tried to get something together. It didn't work.
Yeah, we tried, but we still pushing out this content. Sooner or later, we may do some different things that, Rick has said about like watching one event, and y'all could join us as well and watch the event. We'll cover from top to bottom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get the fans involved. Why don't y'all pick an event?
Why don't you guys comment down below if there's an event, or you can email us. And I guess, how do you want to do this? We can put the things in a hat and have it drawn at random, and then that's the event that we're going to cover in the future.
We could do that. We could do a watch along. We could do whatever you want.
I'm definitely looking for a watch along. We can definitely, I could do that, and we can definitely do that. That could be a good time. We'd have to have some alcohol involved. Oh, what happened? Hello? Okay. I thought you were trying to get rid of me here.
Nah. Ref Bill did a run-in on me. My bad.
What's Ref Bill need? Does he want to join in?
We usually chat. If you want him to join, I don't know if he got Skype.
He got Skype. I had him on here before. Ask him.
Hold on. Wait. Yeah. Well, you got him on his contact. Hit him up.
I'm not.
Do you got him on his contact?
Yeah, go. No, I don't have his contacts. I just have him. Is he calling you or texting you?
He's calling.
What the hell is he doing? Isn't he booked? It's Sunday. Isn't he booked somewhere?
Is it Sunday?
No, it's Tuesday. Shit, it's Tuesday. Yeah. We normally record on Sundays. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, hold on, where are we at?
Oh God, that's funny.
I don't think
I got him. I got him here somewhere.
Oh man, that'd be great.
He's got him. Oh wait, I can't do that. Hang on. I don't even know what the hell his Skype name is. That's the thing.
Hold on.
William. Is it William Thompson?
It's William Thompson.
Nope. Wait. Oh, yeah. I got him. I found him.
Got him?
Oh, you want me to do it? Let's see.
Go ahead. This is going to be fun.
Let's see. All right. This can be a last minute. Hopefully he'll actually come in here. Calling William Thompson. If he signed in. I don't see a green little dot there. Wait. Nope. Unavailable. Dang it, Bill.
Oh, damn.
Tell him to open his Skype.
Hold on. 1 second.
Cool.
I just text him and we'll see whether he go pop on there.
You keep going sideways. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
We're not very professional, so Just
Listen, it's been a while. You know, we kind of rusty, so
it is rusty.
hype
It is.
for this episode.
Paradise Alley's got some shows coming up, correct?
Yes, they do. Since we waiting for Bill, if he doesn't answer, then we just go live. We already live, but we got Alley Fights on January 7th. That's coming up on Friday at 7 o'clock.
Any spoilers? Any spoilers for Alley Fights?
Nah, not that I know of. I know there's a few match announcements, and we got a big announcement for January 29th for New Year's Retribution.
It's January 29th at the PAPW training facility, 662 Co Ave. Are you guys selling tickets in advance, or you got to buy them at the door?
For January 29th, we will be selling tickets in advance because its seating capacity are limited. Okay. So sooner or later, news will come out soon, and we got a big special guest for January 29th.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Special guest for January 29th. So stay tuned. And matches, all that will be announced soon.
I'm looking forward to it. I might have to, man, my regular job, I'm looking forward to it. So maybe I'll not quit, but maybe I'll call out if I'm scheduled.
Please don't do that. Don't do that.
You think never mind. I should say I don't care, but I had to yell at I'm not going to talk about air on this, on air about this, but now I had to yell at a kid, one of the young kids today because he's an idiot, but we'll talk off air about that. So anyways. So yeah, dude, did you see that? I saw whatchamacallit, what's that guy? Test of Strength out in East Hartford bringing Davey Richards in was it March? That's pretty exciting ever since Davey Richards has come back to wrestling.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Is Davey Richards is doing his rounds. It's a great comeback story. You know, he took time off to be a firefighter, and now he's back. And he's paying the dues like he was before, where he paying the dues through the indies. Hopefully get on national TV again.
Well, he's been in MLW so far, and he who did he wrestle there? Did he wrestle TJP, I believe? And that match was sick, dude. I thought that was a really, really good match. Yep.
Yeah, I seen that recently. It was a real good match. Yeah,
MLW is over there killing it. I haven't. I got to catch up on this week or last week's episode. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't. Like I said, sometimes I really put stuff off, and it's really kind of upsetting. So, you got any other Paradise Alley news? I hold on. American Coliseum Wrestling is coming back. That group out of New York. I went to I think their last show before the pandemic decided to close down everything. I made a special appearance, I should say. Which I enjoyed that show tremendously. I thought it was at that mall out in White Plains.
Did you attend that show?
Yes, sir. Yep.
I was there.
I don't think that. Yeah, I remember that, but I don't think that was before I really knew you. Like really knew you.
Yeah.
So, I just it was me and my son, who I think was 4 at the time. Now he's 6. So we just drove out there one day, and Decord and Bill were there, and the House of Pain worked the show too. I thought that was a really good group. I thought their setup was really nice. Having that show, it was a great turnout. But I mean, we expect for free in the middle of a shopping mall, really, like that. So I mean, but they seemed very, very professional. You know, as far as everything went. The ring was very nice. Yeah, man, it was very cool. I liked it a lot. I'm glad to see them coming back.
Nah, absolutely. It had that little Nitro-esque feel.
Yeah. And that shopping mall was literally insane.
Yes.
That was just what was it, like 4 or 5 floors or something? They had that what they have in the middle, not a Ferris wheel, but there was the strings where people are on the string, that thing. God damn, I can't even think of what it's called. Anyways, something similar to that, but either way, it was just a rather large place, and it, like you said, it had a Nitro-esque feel to it. It was a good place. I'd definitely like to see another show there because it was just that cool.
Yeah, I've been to the Palisade Mall before. That's Palisade Mall. It's in Palisade, New Jersey. Great view.
Yeah, it was very cool, and it wasn't that far to drive either.
Yeah, it's only like 40 minutes.
Something like that. It was right over the
40 minutes, hour and some change with traffic. I know about traffic.
I did not hit traffic, but I tell you, once I hit that parking lot, it was very confusing to go through. So I was like, damn.
You know what? I agree with you. When I first went there it was like crazy. And the garage is like...
Yeah.
The garage is always packed.
Yeah. Let's see if I can bring this up. No ref bill yet?
No ref bill. Ref bill probably went to sleep.
So, day one pay-per-view is coming up. What's that? Next? Well, the first. I know you're going to huff anytime we talk WWE pay-per-view.
No. Listen,
no?
I'm not against WWE. I'm not. But the setup of the program that's coming up on January 1 is just crazy. Like, now it went from a singles championship match to triple threat. Now it's just waiting for it to turn into a six-pack challenge.
Which match are you referring to?
The Seth Rollins versus Big E versus Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship.
Christ, I don't care about that match. Like, I've seen all those guys wrestle each other over and over and over again.
Yeah, all month long.
What I'm more interested in is the Universal title.
Yes.
What's your outcome? What's your predicted outcome?
I mean, truthfully, I thought this match wasn't going to happen until I really thought this match wasn't going to happen until WrestleMania, but it's kind of happening early. I kind of think that Roman Reigns is going to still take it.
That's interesting.
There's nobody that could beat Roman Reigns right now with the character that he's pushing right now. We got
Holy
Bill.
crap. Look who it is.
What are you doing?
We got Bill. What's going on?
What are we in the forest?
We somewhere.
I think that's you.
He's in parts unknown.
Excuse me. What's up?
What's going on, Ref Bill?
What's going on?
Completely sober.
Yeah.
At least this time I am. What's going on, Ref Bill?
He was talking about January 1 for WWE, the pay-per-view. We was on that subject. Have you been watching WWE lately?
No, I haven't watched it in such a long time.
I feel you. It's understandable. I respect.
Too busy, and then I watch the highlights of AEW. That's it. Listen, like we're in the woods or something over here.
With who? Is that, you mean my Christmas tree?
I don't know. Is it your Christmas tree?
I have. It's kind of out of I thought it was out of the picture. I'm trying to get out of the picture.
We try to get out of here.
It's some weird background. I look like I'm sitting on some steps.
Oh, yeah, that's probably. You probably changed your background.
I mean, I'm just lucky I got on Skype at this point.
I actually thought you went to sleep because I was like, you never responded when I said put on your Skype. So I was like, oh, I guess he fell asleep or something. Then you just didn't run it.
No, I saw it. I'm at work. I saw it, and I was like, oh. I'm like, I got a few minutes, so I figured I'd jump on.
Nice.
That's great. I'm glad to have you back here.
We got to do all this in person.
Yeah.
We got to put Matt Decor in person instead of being on the steps in the woods.
I know. That's what I was like looking. I was like, I thought it was a dinosaur. You guys were sitting on a dinosaur. I was like a dinosaur head over there. I was like, what are we? I was like,
all I see is a little blur. That's all.
Like we're in the Serengeti or something like that.
So what's going on with you lately, Bill?
Just busy with. I worked a few shows this weekend. This week, last week. So just keep it busy with Beyond, and I did NEW on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, so they got a big thing going up in Worcester. I think it's Restival, if I'm pronouncing the right way. But IWTV has I think it's 4 or 5, or maybe 6 of their biggest people, wrestling companies that do work. And the biggest draws, I guess, are all going to be doing something up there. Beyond will be there. I think H2O will be there. Limitless will be there. Blitzkrieg will be there. I'm thinking Pizza Party Pro Wrestling. I might be wrong about that one.
I think I saw that on their. Yep. This is December 30th.
I think it's the Thursday, the Friday, New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day.
Yeah, I'm looking at their schedule now. The pizza party is on the Thursday, the 30th. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Beyond he's doing the later show.
Ew, please don't do that. I'm about to do that all over the screen right now.
Okay, I'm so tired. I need a vacation. Right.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I got 4 days off this week, the most I've had in a very long time. So
Friday will be my first day that I've been off since. It'll be actually Friday will be just a month. I haven't had the day off between my regular job and refereeing.
no shows this weekend. No shows this weekend.
No, just Thursday. I think I'll be at Beyond on Thursday. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
since there's no show this weekend, there will be a pop-up show for PAPW, and Bill will be there. Nah, I'm playing.
You guys will be wrestling by yourselves.
Hell to the yeah, you know. Bill, can you tell us a little bit before you bounce on us your experience with Beyond Wrestling lately?
Oh, it's been really, really awesome. It's very different because I'm sure you've seen the shows. There's folks that are coming off, AEW Dark, Rampage. I'm trying to think you got Max Caster, Yuta Wheeler, Mark Sterling, VSK. That's just a couple of names I'm just thinking, but you got, Matt Markowski, you got Slade, Masha Slamovich.
And she's from Impact Wrestling, so you got all the people from.
Yeah.
Didn't Slade just make?
MLW?
Didn't Slade just make an NWA appearance recently?
He may have. I could be incorrect, but yes, I believe he did.
Nice.
And so so you have people coming from all different, Impact, NWA. A lot of Ring of Honor folks are there. Matt Taven, Mike Bennett were there. Talents that it's like a cornucopia of talent there, And then they did the trying to remember what the hell, I'm having a problem remembering it. The Gauntlet tag team, setup, and I apologize to Drew if I messed this up. Just the tag teams there, the main event, Shook Crew, Brick City Boys, Waves and Curls, and it's just so many things there, and just everybody. It's basically you go in and you do what you have to. You do your job. It's still a learning process because some of these folks are working at a very, very high level. So you're just trying to work on your craft so that you can just be a positive piece of their matches. So it's one of those things. It's just like you're elevating, and there's a good referee crew up there. Kevin Quinn kind of brought a number of different people in, so like everybody gets along very well. There's really not much of a like amongst the referees an ego or anything. Everybody's just really happy to be there. It's like you do one match, you do one match. If you do two, you do two. If you do three in 1 week and then two the next week and four the following week, I gotta get the light in my office on.
I see you get blinded like some security caught you on Skype.
Yeah, so it's just there's really not many egos, and everybody's just excited to be there. So and we get we get treated very well. Drew, the promoter Drew, takes care of us. He makes sure that everybody understands that the referees are there to do their job, but that not to put them in the bad situations. But yeah, it's good. Everybody's there, and I've been very lucky just to be part of uncharted territory this year. So if it continues, it continues. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm sure in one way, shape, or form it will. It's a lot of good stuff. It's just life gets your life gets in the way too. It's like you're trying to do things, and what happens is you got to do normal life things. COVID doesn't make anything easier. It's just everybody's just trying to be able to do what they love and do it safely. So, but yeah, good stuff. I mean, I can't say anything bad about the experience. Everybody's pretty good. If you're there's things you need to work on. They give you little pointers or little tweaks. You can ask anybody a question on how they want something done or how they want you to express something or what they want you to do. It's like everybody really wants everybody to succeed and look good. So it's a very good group of people.
Nah, I agree. Yeah, I really agree because the business has really changed. You got everybody that's trying to be a team to make it somewhere. It's a making money business, so everybody's trying to make money and be a team doing it. So, like I said, I mean, I'm glad that you're doing Beyond Wrestling. I'm glad it's a great opportunity for you and your hard work that's being put in. So I'm glad for you.
Yeah, it's good, and it's like you're learning things that it's a position where you're learning things that are next level. You could be a great referee anywhere, but when you're getting to these certain NWA, Beyond, Impact, anything like that, Limitless, it's a different level, and there's different things you're learning, and there's a little nuance to what you do, simple as ring position or where you're going to count, or how you move somebody out of the way. It's just so many different things. So you're learning although you understand your trade and you craft, now you're kind of in a place where you're saying it's a lot more and you're learning a lot more. So it's just one of those good things, It's I can't say a bad thing about it.
That's awesome. That's great. Do you ever are you going to be part of the Beyond Wrestling Open that's coming up that you know of?
I believe I might be, but again, it's like I know what he's doing. I keep on hearing a thing in the background.
No, that's my alarm. That's all right.
We're going home, Bill. That's time for you to tell us to go home.
Take it home. I'm sorry. What was the question again? I kind of forgot it.
If you were taking part of the Wrestling Open that's coming up for Beyond.
I hope so. I just honestly, I just do what I'm told. I'm thinking that I'll probably have it. I could be involved for 1 or 2 weeks and then not see anything for a couple of weeks. I could be there not for a month and then go for another month. So it depends on what their need is and what they need if they want. So and I mean, there's always an opportunity to go up there and work. And I encourage people, I tell people this all the time, like, just don't go up to a show if you're a talent or the worker and just walk up there and, kind of expect that maybe you'll get a shot at something. It's like, go there and, do the ring crew or stay after and help put the chairs away, move the ring. It's like all that stuff matters at the end of the day. It's like, that's what it is be part of being a professional about it. Is like, you just don't, and some people have to because they have travel restrictions or they have to get a plane in the next hour and a half. And most of the times those folks are very appreciative and they'll say, we appreciate everything. I'm sorry I can't stay, but I got to be here and be on this plane. So I'm where I have to be by tomorrow morning so that I could work this show tomorrow night. But, if you're just kind of sitting around and watching everybody else work and you're not picking up bottles or throwing out garbage or moving chairs or moving the ring, that's on you. It's like, it's people, I tell people, promoters see that stuff, even if they don't look like they're paying attention. So,
right.
So that's it.
It's good. Marcel, you got anything else?
Nothing else. Ref Bill completed the show. So now we're going to close it out.
I'm waiting for a bear or a cougar to come up behind these trees and like jump on somebody.
Well, if they do, we're in trouble.
So what do you got? How long you been doing this for? Like,
we're running up on an hour in a few minutes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys get back to what you were doing. I don't know. Look for Smokey to make that kind of stuff. Huh?
Ref Bill, I'm glad that you joined in again unexpectedly this time, but I'm glad that you were able to jump on for a few minutes. It's been a while since you've been on this program.
Yeah, wow, you grew a whole forest back there. I'm glad I came in.
That's how long it's been.
Yeah, that's how long it's been. There's a lot of,
It's like waiting for a T-Rex to come walking through there.
Hey, this is going to be a place where we have the next wrestling show, some type of wrestling show.
Yeah.
Right top of the stairs.
That wouldn't surprise me. So, all right, I'll let you go. Mr. Williams, I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Indeed. I'll holler at you later.
All right. Rick, thank you for everything. Appreciate it all the time.
No problem. I'm sure I'll see you in a few weeks, at least.
Yeah, sure you will, but if I don't, and I don't get a chance to message you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas.
And it's really nice that you're working out of the national park. I appreciate that.
It was free,
Yeah, take care, guys.
Take care.
Take
Bill.
care.
I can find out how to get the hell off of this thing now. It's like I'm being held captive.
Touch your screen and the red button will pop up.
Yeah.
Ref Bill, everybody. Ref Bill.
Ref Bill. Ref Bill made it.
Oh, man. It's been a long time since he's been on. Probably over a year. And I love that guy. Great guy.
Great guy.
Yep.
This was a enjoyable episode. I enjoyed it. Even though we didn't have a lot of news, we still got a lot done. Yes,
and I'm sure, like I said, 2022 is going to kick some ass for PWZ. Like I said, I had an announcement to make. I'm going to be starting a full-blown show dedicated to the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA, which will be an hour a week. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's it. That's all I have to say about that. It's going to be kicking off probably January 10th-ish after the new program starts that they're putting out on YouTube January 8th. So that's it. If you guys want to reach us, pwzpodcast at gmail.com, at pwz podcast on the Twitter machine, pwz podcast on Facebook, and you just punch up that name. We're on TikTok and Instagram as well. And Marcel, your information, sir.
You reach Marcel at Instagram, Twitter at Showtime Marcel, and I am on TikTok at Showtime Marcel, the number one. And just reach me on social media. If you got any questions, anything, just shoot me a message. I answer, and stay in touch and enjoy as much PWZ content that comes out. And like I said, we don't see you next week. Enjoy your holiday. Have a safe one. Be well. Be safe. Good night.